Hello everyone, you once again welcome to Deemites Health Series. Our objective of all these videos is to create awareness of mental health and also debunk all the negative thoughts and the stigma associated with mental health diseases. I want to take this opportunity to thank all those who have been watching our videos and sharing them. All your comments have been noticed and we're working on them. Today we're going to talk about a very important health issue. But before that, I wanted to share something short that a friend told me. It sounded very funny, but made a lot of sense. The friend said the severe oncological alopecia syndrome of the vulture had been crow obituary. That is the severe oncological alopecia syndrome of the vulture had been crow obituary. In simple English, it means that the condition or the sickness that affected the vulture that cleared all the feathers from the head. If it was crow that was affected by that disease, it would have been dead. What are we talking about here? We're talking about being discontentment, being over ambitious, not appreciating or accepting what you have, not looking at your strengths and your abilities, but always thinking of getting something bigger than your means. Studies have shown that stress, which is a very important factor in most of the mental health conditions, comes as a result of not being content with what you have. When you earn 1,000 or 2,000 and you want to live a lifestyle of 5,000 or 10,000, you're definitely going to put too much stress on yourself. Let's know our abilities. Let's know our strengths. Let's know our resources. And let's set achievable goals. By so doing, we will not put too much pressure on ourselves. It will help reduce the stress on ourselves, and it will help us to reduce our risk of mental health problems. Today, as I said, we're going to talk about very important information, important health topic or mental health topic, which is the attention deficit hyperactive disorder. The attention deficit hyperactive disorder. It is simply called ADHD. And this is a mental health condition which is characterized by excessive hyperactivity, attention disorder, and impulsiveness. The main signs and symptoms or the main features of this condition is excessive hyperactivity, attention deficit, and impulsiveness. And because of these, anybody who is suffering from that condition is prone to malnutrition, especially the kids. It affects kids and adults. But kids are very profound or known to be very hyperactive active when they have this condition. Because they are hyperactive, they don't even sit down to eat. So if you don't take time to feed them, they will be malnourished. They will be prone to injuries and even death. They need much attention. They have poor personal hygiene. And also, they perform very bad in school and even at work if they are not given the needed attention. Now let's see the causes of this particular problem. This condition, just like any other mental health disease or most mental health conditions, the cause or the actual cause is not known. But studies have shown that genetic and environment have very important role to play in this disease. It is believed that parents can transfer their genes or the affected genes into their offspring. That means if a parent has this condition, it can easily be transferred to the offspring. Environment, the food we eat, our jobs, our eating habits, the work we do, even the time we have to rest, all play important role in this condition. Now let's look at the signs and symptoms. As I said, the most profound symptom is the hyperactivity, impulsiveness, attention deficit. They have low frustration tolerance, frequent mood swings, hot temper, and problem coping with stress. When we see people showing such symptoms, we should get very close to them. We should not tag them. We should help them because they need much attention. How do we prevent these diseases? General lifestyle is very important. As a woman or a man, you got to protect yourself, especially when you're preparing to get pregnant or when you're pregnant. The food we take into our body when you're pregnant, the medicines, the drugs, the hard drugs, alcohol, all have effects on the fetus in our womb, even before they come out. It's also been known that preterm babies are very high risk of getting these diseases. So if you're a woman, anything you can do to prevent preterm baby, do it to avoid your child or your baby being affected with such a condition. Also, it's been known that alcohol has a very high effect on the sperms of men. So if you are a man in your reproductive age, reduce your intake of alcohol, and if possible, stop taking it so you don't affect your baby with this kind of condition. Also, avoid lead. It's known that lead poisoning also leads to this condition. Some paints and also some toys, especially the electronic ones that contain batteries, have lead in them. And if we have it for our kids and we don't really look at them well, take care of them well, they can be taking this in their mouth and it will go a long way to affect them. How do we treat ADHD? Counseling. Counseling is very important. These people need a lot of attention. They need a lot of counseling, psychotherapies, and all the behavioral therapies. They need them to help them cope with their situation. For the sake of this video, I'm not going to mention any drug, but there are medicines and drugs that help reduce the symptoms of this condition. Serene environment is also a very important factor. They don't necessarily cure the disease, but if you have the disease and you are in an environment that is chaotic and all kinds of noise and abuse and stuff are in it, it makes your condition worse. So let's create serene environment for ourselves and for people who are suffering from this condition. As I've always been saying, everybody, including you and myself, are prone or is prone to mental health disease. Let's help all those who have been affected by any kind of mental health disease, and let's come together to do away or put away or stop the stigma associated with mental health. Thank you.